When I was younger, I got away with murder. Huh? Murder? Ah! Hey, you alright? Welcome to Instant English. My name's Chris. Today, we're going to be looking at phrasal verbs with get. I know, phrasal verbs can be so hard to learn, but they are used all the time in English. I cannot stress this enough. I think the best way to learn phrasal verbs is through context. So I'm teaching you 5 of them using a story, a true story of course, about me. Now, I will explain the story in 2 parts. After the first part, I will stop and explain the phrasal verbs before moving on to the second part and doing the same again. So, are you ready? Let's go! When I was younger, I used to get away with doing the bare minimum around the house. Whenever my parents would ask me to clean my room, I would always find an excuse to get out of doing it. In this context, get away with something means to do something successfully, although it's not the best way of doing it. So I was helping around the house with chores or housework, but I was doing as little as possible without getting into trouble with my parents. Side note, get away can also mean to go somewhere or to travel, especially if you need to rest. Bye. Okay, thanks. Anyway, the other one I mentioned was to get out of something, which means to avoid doing something you don't want to do. In this case, I was about 14 years old, so I was pretty comfortable living in my own filth and dirt. I didn't want to clean up. Let's have a look at part 2. As I was so lazy, my parents didn't give me much pocket money. I would get by on £5 a week. This used to get me down because there were so many things I wanted to buy. Eventually, I got around to working part-time, so my parents stopped bothering me. I had a very tough childhood, as you can see. So to get by on means to live or deal with something with difficulty, usually by having just enough of something you need, such as money. In my situation, when I was around 14, as I said before, I didn't have to pay any bills or anything like that, so £5 was okay. I mean, I always wanted more, but it was sufficient. The next one, to get someone down, means to cause someone to feel unhappy and negative. Again, I was sad because £5 just wasn't enough for the latest Avril Lavigne album. If you don't remember or you don't know who that is because you're too young, Google it, it's very embarrassing. And the last one, to get around to something. This means to do something you have intended to do for a long time. The job I got was in a lovely, traditional Italian restaurant. You might have heard of it, Pizza Hut. Anyway, that's everything for today's video. Don't forget, any new phrasal verbs that you learn, put them into context. It will really help you to remember them. Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!